How's it going, guys? I'm Jeremy, and I'll tell you about a pretty cool waterfall a couple hours from Chengdu, and also a pretty kick-ass house party my buddy threw the other night. So it was a pretty cool day. So this Panlong waterfall, or Panlong gorge, is just past Pengzhou, about 2 hours or so from Chengdu. And that area near Pengzhou, I think is my favorite, actually. Dujiangyan's got a lot of nice stuff, and below there, near Dai and Qianglai, is super nice. But I think near Pengzhou is my favorite. So I met a couple friends in the village near Panlong waterfall, and we had a good lunch there. Some good fish, actually. There wasn't really a million bones in it like there usually is. And then we headed up to her farmhouse.
Yeah, so I'm leaving all my stuff here in a pretty cool farmhouse that my friend has near Pengzhou. Totally old school style kind of place. Her grandparents, I guess, used to live here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. See the old school beds and stuff like that. I guess you're gonna remodel it. The government wants to like maybe make it a historical place, so it's pretty cool. Old school kitchen and stuff like that. I just came, I'm gonna leave a couple bikes here. If I ever come back to China, who knows? That will definitely be a mystery if I come back. But hopefully, you know, in 2 or 3 years, I'm back here getting a couple bikes and stuff like that. Cover this stuff up. And who knows, maybe in a few years, I'm back.
We went around the corner to get into the park, which was only like 10 or 20 a person and like 10 or 20 to park. So it's at least pretty cheap. And they said it would be about an hour up and an hour down. And I think it only took us like 40 minutes at tops to get up to the waterfall. And then like another 40 minutes down. And so the evening before, it was like insane rain in Chengdu. So I figured that was cool in a way that the waterfall obviously would be flowing much more, because I think in the summer it gets a little dry there, because this is my first trip there and I've seen photos that it was kind of quite small if there's not much rain. And then the other good thing about the rain is that it would scare a lot of people away, because this area, one of the reasons why I hadn't gone there since I've lived in Chengdu is because obviously I don't like to go to real crowded areas. And I'd seen the photos and knew quite a lot of people knew about it. So I kind of avoided it for a little while. But yeah, because of the rain, there was only like, you know, maybe 15 other people up there for the most part. And so it was pretty chill. That area too, before the waterfall, by the way, like on the left side, you'll see like tons of areas where people park and a lot of people camp out there. We saw a few people camping out there despite the rain. And in good weather, I think that area is like one of the, like quite a really popular area for camping. And yeah, you've got a few bridges when you go up. There's probably, you know, like 5 or 6 of these little bridges that, you know, are safe enough. You got to be a little bit careful. And you get up to the first, there's like a big waterfall, or like a lot of water coming out of one that's like, you know, maybe like 10 meters or something like that. And I think a lot of people get to that one and they might just turn around and go down, because we saw the other few people do that. But there's an area off to the left, you'll see like another path that goes up and a sign. And there's the much higher waterfalls up there, actually. So don't miss that one, because they're only about 5 minutes away. And when I came down from that really tall waterfall, I caught up to a couple of people who were leaving, and I was like, there's the big waterfalls 5 minutes away. So you guys should go and see that if you've already walked, you know, 35, 40 minutes up here. Just some other cool areas around Panlong. If you go north, I don't know, like 5 or 10 Ks, there's another gorge to the left called Huilongguo. I think it's like Dragon Gorge or something. You have an option of like taking a cart up, or you could even hike on the road to get in. And there's like monkeys and stuff in a cool gorge. But after you pass the paved area and where like those carts are, you can keep hiking past there, like you're technically outside the park, and that's a pretty good hike. And I guess I only got so far because I was with a big group when I did it like a year and a half ago or something like that. But you could keep hiking in, I guess, like a few hours and get really amazing scenery and stuff. I've actually wanted to go back. I just haven't had time, but that's a cool thing you could check out. And then, of course, if you just go north along that road, there's Yingchangguo and Yinghuashang, which are technically closed. But there's some hikes around there, and you could also go up, I think it's Jiudingshan or something like that. And there's like a 5 or 6 hour hike up to like 4,100 meters or something. It's really steep and kind of treacherous, but if you're really out for like a tough hike, you can head out there. And then another easy hike I've done up to a temple right near Pengzhou, just kind of like northeast of Panlong. You've got like a pretty easy hike up to a temple, which is only about an hour. And then if you want to do more, you could hike up to the top of that mountain. That'd be another like couple hours. So it'd be about 3 to 4 hours to the top of that mountain. And that's a good option. And then a few other, I think there's like Donling Mountain or something like that. But yeah, there's quite a lot in that area. I think that's one of the prettiest areas. So if you want to look for some cool things to do, look around that area. I mean, it's definitely, some of those places are definitely touristy. The town Longmen has a lot of hot springs and things like that too. If you want just a kind of a chill area to get some hot springs and a nice hotel for the weekend, that could be a good option. And then if you go a little further north, like up towards like Doying or Mianyang, you've got like some rafting and some other pretty cool spots, but that's about another hour north. So you're looking more at like 3 hours to get up there instead of like 2 or an hour and a half near Pengzhou. Yeah, so the weather wasn't too bad. It was a little drizzly, but it was okay. And, obviously we couldn't go swimming or anything like that. And then, yeah, we went back down and had, a quick drink at my friend's place. And then we headed back to North Chengdu. My friend Sam rented a 4-story house in the countryside. Really cool spot for a party. He DJs and he had a couple other people play music and stuff. And I got the barbecue and stuff set up. I wasn't going to feed everyone. I brought a few things for myself and told other people if they want, they could throw stuff on. And yeah, really kick-ass party. There was quite a few other events that night, so it wasn't as slammed as it probably could have been. But that was actually kind of cool that there was maybe only like 40 people or something, which is a great number, like 35, 40 people, because in the COVID times like that now, like you're in the countryside, the police could show up and totally ruin everything. So it was actually cool that we were able to, have a great night and not like real crowded or anything and have a good time. Yeah, I just like pitched my tent in the yard because obviously I was going to drive back. It was cool. A couple guys were making like pizzas and stuff. They pre-made them before they headed out there the night before. Actually, they bought a few pizza items for me I had. And so they had most of the food taken care of in that way. And then Sam had gotten some other burgers and stuff, basic stuff. And so, yeah, it was really cool, man. I mean, it's really cool when people do like house parties and this kind of thing, which I've done a ton over the years. Especially a couple of years ago, I had like the biggest apartment I've ever had, and I did a ton of parties like out there. But the problem is being a host, like you just can't enjoy it as much. Because obviously, a million people are sending you messages like, how do I get here? I'm here, or I'm lost, and asking a bunch of questions. Can I bring a friend? Is it okay if I come at 9 o'clock? It's like, all of these things are okay. Just come. Here's the directions. Here's the drinks. Just show up. I've got the food. But people are kind of, not everyone, but a lot of people are kind of needy. And especially a lot of my parties I was making food too, which if I was just doing drinks and stuff, it wouldn't be too bad. But a lot of them I've had. It doesn't mean I'm always making the food. Sometimes I have other people kind of grill or whatever. But it's enough where I can't always enjoy it too much. So it was cool that he's hosting the party because I could just relax. At least set up the barbecue and stuff. But they actually used to do a lot of these big parties. My buddy Charlie and a few guys, like in 2013, 14, and 15 or something like that, had these dojo parties in Chengdu. I think they actually bought the house, like out in the countryside. Or maybe they rented it, I'm not sure. But they had a bunch of parties out there back in the day, and it was pretty cool. And then I guess the government or someone either retook the area or knocked them all down or something like that. But I guess that was a pretty cool thing, like right around the time I was getting to Chengdu. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. And if you ever come to Chengdu or you're out in this area, it's kind of worth checking out some of these areas, especially if it's a weekday. There'll definitely be a lot less people in some of those places. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.